Hi, I want to take a few minutes and go over your trading cards. These are going to come in your home study course. There's going to be 2 sets of these, and they're very important to your trading success. Before you start trading, and even while you're paper trading, we suggest that you use these. So every day when you look at the markets and you get ready to place a trade, we're going to fill out the trading card. So we're going to simulate that here on the board. The first thing you fill out is the time frame and the commodity. The second is the reasons for taking the trade other than the signal. That is going to be the most important thing to fill out here. We have 1, 2, and 3, so there needs to be 3 reasons why you're taking this trade besides the signal. The second is your feelings about the trade. Are they positive or negative? When you looked at the market, how do you feel? Does this feel like a good trade? Do you think it's going to be a winning trade? Do you already know it's a losing trade? So we want to make sure that you record these feelings. And then finally, we have outcome, profit, and loss. So you want to record, was this a winning trade or a losing trade? Then, what did you learn from the trade? So was there a lesson to be learned? Did you find something did something stand out? Was it easy for you to go, oh, that wasn't a bullish divergent bar. Oh, that bar was in the mouth. I should have known better. So these cards are meant to be filled out for each trade that you do. And what you're going to do is after you do the trades and after the trade is complete, you're going to put these cards in a pile. One pile will be your winning and one pile will be your losing pile. And after a period of time, let's say a couple weeks, we're going to go in and take a look at the winning compared to the losing. And what we want to see is in the losing cards, is there a pattern? If you see something in your losing trades that you did repeatedly over and over again. So if you did, then we'll be able to go in and make a change. So if you don't fill out these cards every day, you're going to find that you have no way of looking back, knowing why you took the trade, understanding why you took the trade, and most importantly, your feelings about the trade. So let's go ahead and fill out a trading card. First thing we're going to do is we're going to fill out what commodity. Today we're going to fill out, let's say, gold. And if you're trading stocks, you'll simply write the stock. If you're trading Forex, you would just write the pairs that you're trading. We then want to put the date in. Very important, we want to know what date that we are trading. So let's say we're trading 11/11, good numbers. And the time. So this is going to vary. If you are trading as online with an internet broker and you don't have anyone that you're calling, these days we don't call anymore. Bill and I still think about the days when we used to pick up the phone and call our broker, but that's almost unheard of. Okay, then we're going to place the time or the / ticket number. Some people have a ticket number or order number. Some want to place time. It will depend on how your order system works. So let's say we're going to place ticket number 100. And the signal that we're going to be entering this market in, we have a bullish divergent bar. So we have a bullish divergent bar. Now I tend to write a little arrow next to that, so I know that was a bullish divergent buy signal. And what the next thing here was we have number of K. That's for number of contracts or number of shares that you're trading. So let's say this morning we're going to start out conservatively. We're going to put in an order for 1 contract. Now, the next thing we need to fill out is what price we're going to buy that contract at. So I think today we're going to buy a contract of gold at $634.20. So we have 1 contract buying a bullish divergent bar at $634.20 on a buy stop. Okay, so now what we need to do is turn over to the back side of our card and fill out the reasons for our trade, the feelings about our trade. Now we know we can't put the outcome in yet because the trade has not been, it's not a complete trade. We now have our ticket number or / time of the market that we're placing our trade. We have the type of signal that we're entering the market with. We know the number of contracts, which is 1, and this is the price that we're placing as for our buy stop. Now, we won't put anything in the fill column until we get filled, until the order is hit or we are initiated into the market. Once that happens, we will come in, and let's say we got filled at $634.30. 10-cent slippage, that's very common. Slippage is something that is common in the markets. Very often it's not very much. It can be small, 1 tick or 2. In this case, a slippage on this trade would only be $10. So note that sometimes your price that you place your order at and the price that you're actually filled will not be the same. Okay, now, so we're in the market, our order's been filled. We have 1 contract at $634.20 and we were filled at $634.30. So now what we want to do, this is a bullish divergent bar entry, we want to place a stop. And so the stop for that is going to be the opposite end of the bar. So now that we're filled, we're going to go back in, and this will be ticket number 101. And the signal is going to be, it's the opposite BDB on the other side. Now I know because I was filled on this one that I'm going to be filled here. So the number of contracts, I don't want to stop and reverse. I just want to go flat at this point or complete a round turn. So I would be selling one contract here. And the price that I'm going to sell at, the low of the bullish divergent bar, is going to be 632.40. So that is now my sell stop order that I've placed to take care of the initial entry that we have into the market in the gambling phase. Now, if we get filled and the market comes back and takes us out, we will place our fill price here. We'll then do the math and be able to put the profit or loss outcome on the back of the sheet. Now, let's say we are in the bullish divergent trade, we have been filled, and nothing happens, the market goes up, and we have another signal. So the next signal that would come up, either an AO or a fractal. So we're going to go in and we have ticket number 102. Let's stay in order here. And the next signal we're going to say is a fractal. Now I use a caret as my fractal. That's what I've always used, and so I've stuck with it. You may use whatever signal or whatever connotation works for you. You could also put FR. That would work as well. So just whatever works for you, but make sure you understand what signal you're placing there. So we now have a fractal buy, another contract, and this fractal buy is going to be at 635.60. So we've placed that order, ticket number 102. It's a fractal, buying one contract at 635.60. Now, say that order gets filled. We're now in the market with two contracts, and we get filled at our price with no slippage at that one. Okay, so now we're going to go down to our stop and reverse column. So let's go ahead and circle stop so we know that this is going to be a stop, not a stop and reverse trade. So we now have two contracts in the market, so selling one contract at the low of the bullish divergent bar would not get us flat or have us out of the market. So we need to do what I call a cancel and replace, and I write CAR, cancel and replace. And I usually tend to put a little line. I want to still see the number, but I want to note that it's been canceled and replaced. I'll now come back in, and we're going to have ticket number 103. And we're going to still have a BDB. It's still the low of the bar. We're still using the reverse or the low of that entry bar as our stop or exit stop. But now we're going to place a stop for two contracts. So this means two contracts. We're long two, we would sell two, that would make us even. Now if this was a short position and we were short two, we would be buying two. It doesn't matter which direction we're going. It's the number of contracts that we want to be the same in order to have no position in the market. So we have selling two, and we have selling two at the same price because we're using the low of our initial entry point. Okay, so let's say we have 1, 2, and we are now going to have one more. Let's go ahead and take the super AO entry. So we have ticket number 104, and we're going to be buying another contract, and I say SAO, so I'm clear on what signal that is. And I'm going to buy one at this point. We're not reverse pyramiding. We're taking one contract per signal at a time. This is the way we want to be trading during the first few levels. Once we get to the master and the virtuoso trading, we'll be using the reverse pyramid method, so you'll be just changing these numbers slightly. So ticket number 104, super AO buy signal. It's one contract, and we're going to buy that at 637 on a stop. So we assume the market comes back, we get filled on this signal, one tick of slippage. We're in now three contracts. Our third entry point is at 637.10. So what do? You should know now, very easy. We're coming back down here, and we're going to cancel and replace our previous order. So we now have ticket number 105. Now, and this is something you'll go over during the course and what we'll have to decide. As you start adding on contracts and the market moves up, we will most likely start to move our stop. So the stop price may move up by this point into a trailing stop. It just depends on the market situation of where we're going to move our stop up to, but know that we will most likely, by the time we have three signals, start to change our stop in the market. So let's say we are now going to go to a 5-bar trailing stop here. And we have 1, 2, 3 contracts in the market, so we're going to be selling 3 contracts, so we're even. We don't want to have any contracts. We want to be flat. We want to complete 3 round turns. So we're selling 3, and we're going to move our sell stop up to the trailing bar, and that's going to put our sell stop at 635. Okay, so we have 3 contracts, selling 3 at 635 on a stop. So hopefully you're starting to get an idea here of how this works. I can't stress enough how important it is that you fill these out daily. When clients call us and they're having problems, one of the first things we ask them, are you doing your morning pages and are you filling out your order forms? Bill still keeps every order form for the year, so he'll keep a year's worth of these tickets before he gets rid of them. So know that it's good to be able to go back, review them, see where we're making our mistakes, see where we can improve, see where our losers are coming from, where our winners are coming from, and how we can be more consistent in our winning trades. It's very important that you keep good records in trading. It's one of the most important things that there are. If you don't understand where you are, where your positions are, then you don't know how to get out of the market or where you're at. Today, thanks to internet and the availability of instant information to us, I get my statement every evening, so I know every day when the markets close where my positions are and where I'm at. So you want to make sure that your positions are filled where you think they are, that your stops are where they are, and that you're on top of that. It's a very important part of your trading.